All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Let's Celebrate TV Live. I'm your host, Peter Lee. With me at the command center, as always, is the wizard behind the curtain who makes all this magic happen. He's my husband, Phil Gortimer.
And welcome from the basement studio and bar of LG Manor. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whether you're watching live or in replay. That was an awful short shake.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of booze in here, dear, and it started to leak a little bit, so it is what it is. So we also hold on. You're getting ahead of me. See what I got to put up with? So we also have a studio audience today. We have our friend Peggy Brennan and her kids, Valen and Rylan.
So we got the couch cam.
Yes. So we're having today, since tomorrow is St. Patty's Day, we're having the Jameson Orange Cosmo. And the funny thing is, it was a year ago today that we launched this drink. So here we go for the grown-ups. I know some of you think, oh, Jameson Cosmo, oh, but it really is delicious. Unless you don't like Jameson.
Oh.
What?
Nothing. From here, the camera looks like the middle one is short.
There. There might be other libations, dear. So, we'll give a little garni. All right, let's have a drink. I'll take the middle one, since I have to work with all the hot stuff.
Yay.
Yay. Cheers.
Meanwhile, your head's blocked off there.
That's all right. Thanks for joining us today.
The kids have got their Cokes.
That's quite nice.
It is. It's different.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any PSAs or announcements or...
I do not, other than we won't be doing a small channel today. I have 3 channels I'm waiting on. I don't usually do it without their permission, and I haven't heard back, but we'll be doing other things.
1 or 2 other things. So yes, it's all about Guilty Pleasures, the fried edition. We all love fried food. Who doesn't love fried foods, right? I mean, you guys are teenagers. You know. Why is it that we love fried food so much? Do you have any idea? I mean, that crunch is so satisfying. But the other thing, the scientific reason, is even when it's not greasy, but sometimes it is just the right amount of greasy, fat molecules are very, very smooth, almost like silicone. And so they feel really good on your palate. Yes, dear, I know. When you're eating it. And that's why we tend to really like fatty foods, and we say fat equals flavor, because it adds that richness and moisture, but it gives you a good mouthfeel. Let's get cooking before I start going into my notes. We're going to start off with some chicken fingers, or chicken tenders, I guess. Chicken thingies, we'll say. But I'm going to make a batter for them. I have here some flour, cup flour. We're going to add some cornstarch, same amount. Now, this is an America's Test Kitchen recipe that I am tweaking a little bit. So if anyone comes back and says, you got that from ATK, yes, I did. Exactly, guys.
We like fried food because it's so darn tasty.
We're going to add some baking powder. A little unusual, but that helps it get fluffy. Let's add some flavor. Paprika, a couple of teaspoons. Gives it some color and a little flavor.
I'd be interested to see what
funny.
Andrea does for her dredging.
Oh, yeah,
for chicken.
Cayenne pepper, just enough. It's about a 1/4 teaspoon, I want to say. Not enough to blow away your palate, but it's going to give you a little tingle in the back of your palate. And of course, some salt and pepper. There's quite a lot of pepper. It's about 3 to 4 teaspoons, and then a little bit of salt. We're just going to whisk this together so that we get all these flavors combined.
So while he's doing that, tell us in chat, what is your favorite fried food? And if you go to a carnival, what was your favorite fried carnival food?
To this, how do we make it a batter? I'm going to add some water. Yes, you could use milk, you could use beer, but I'm using water today.
1 3/4 cups.
Yes, dear. 1 3/4 cups. I know, dear. I'm not telling them the recipe because it's not... I'm not telling them measurements, really. Exactly. And we just have to mix this together. Takes but a few minutes. And you think, oh no, that's too much, and then you just keep whisking, and all of a sudden, you have a batter. Yeah, ATK does have good stuff. And I try and give credit where credit is due. If I'm borrowing someone else's recipe...
All right, let's see who's here.
Almost there.
We got Hank's weather report, and he's getting his pints of Guinness ready. So
Excellent.
will we.
We will too.
And today's the big Philadelphia St. Patrick's Day thing. Let's see, Doug and Arnie in here.
Hey guys.
California.
Ben and Sherry in?
Don't know, Janet.
Oh, hi, Janet. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to save the list of the things that people are saying, and we'll put them up all at once.
Okay, I'm good with that. Now, I have some equipment here. You see, I have a cauldron of oil. We're going to save for later. And then I have this.
That one. And then we
Yes.
got this one.
Then we have this big honking thing I'm going to use right now. This is a big air fryer.
Look who's here.
Or a oil fryer. Oh, hi, guys. Big deep fryer, because when we said we wanted to do this episode, I was just going to do it this way, and my little husband said, oh, no, there's one already on the way, it's going to be delivered tomorrow. And I went,
Look,
okay.
a commercial one is only 20 bucks more than the stupid home ones which don't work.
They work fine. So I have some chicken tenders here, and I just trimmed them a little bit. I'm not seasoning them because this has lots of seasoning in it. I also have some more flour. And when we did it with just the batter, it made a nice coating, but it was something like you'd have like on a fillet of fish or something, or from like Long John Silver's. But dipping it in the flour afterwards, it should get all craggy and crispy, and at least that's the theory. I might have looked it up on someone else's YouTubery video. We'll see. Now, so I don't upset people, I'll try and do this with tongs so I don't touch things. Chicken. Yeah, this is much thinner than the test batch we
Yeah,
did.
good.
Into the flour. So my oil is at 350 Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius.
Let's see the oil cam.
All right. And of course, whoops, you don't do that. You lay it away from you. There we go. Let's keep going and get some of these in. So here's the thing. This basement is going to reek for days afterwards, but I think it'll be worth it because the sacrifices you make for fried food.
Oh, Joe's in.
Oh, is he? Oh. Awesome.
At the Cocoa Crush Bar in Clearwater.
That's great. Hi, Joe.
I know.
So, Joe, for those of you who don't know, is Peggy's husband.
He's down in Florida with his parents visiting and going to watch some preseason baseball.
How many did I fit in here the other night? Do you remember?
We
Was
had
it
like 4 or 5 in there.
Was it that many? I'm gonna do
Yeah,
3
we just
right
made
now.
sure they didn't stick.
Yeah, and these are not. They're like floating, which I think is perfect. I'm just going to do 3. Yeah.
Nah, do another one.
Wow, really?
Yes, really.
Okay, so what do we like to fry, right? What can you fry? You can fry just about anything, right? Meats, like chicken, chicken fried steak. Hold on, where's my notes? Oh, I'm nervous about any type of frying with oil. Yeah, and you know what? That's why something like this, deep fryer, they're really very great for the home use, especially the small home ones, because you can put the lid on it and the lid is vented, and that helps with splatters. But of course, when you are frying, whether with one of these or with this, keep your friend here handy, just in case.
Kelly's got the right idea.
Deep frying always fills the kitchen with lingering aromas of, yes.
Yeah, we're still smelling the test frying that we did Friday night. This particular commercial one that we have heated from 0 to 375 in 7 minutes.
Yep.
Works really well. And you can't see it, but on the other side there's a drain spigot, so you can pour it right back into the tub.
Very handy. So, you know, of course, you can make fried chicken. How about pork chops? Who doesn't love a breaded fried pork chop? I mean, unless you don't eat pork, and then sucks to be you. But that's my guilty pleasure, is a really nice breaded fried pork chop. Of course, there's turkey, and Peggy and her family we're all part of a camping group called Canvas Campers, and there's a Thanksgiving closer every year, and they do fried turkeys. So
3 or 4 of them.
yeah, yes, and Peggy's rolling her eyes because it's a production, and there's usually someone being stupid.
Starting to smell good down here.
Right? All right, I'm gonna turn this down a tiny bit. Now, what's the other fun thing? How about some corn dogs? Right? That's me. Who doesn't love a nice corn dog? Oh, look. I happen to have some here. So we're going to put them over here.
Hold on. Try to get the right screen up. There you go.
Yep. Hopefully.
What temperature is that?
This is also at that's a little higher, 360, but it's coming right down. So when you're doing it this way in a pot, you don't want to fill it all the way up because of displacement. You want to give it room when you're adding your food for the oil to rise up. Now these say 9 minutes, so we'll see how long that takes. Let's check these guys out. Yeah, they're getting there. They look craggy. They need to be a little more golden.
That was a lot to type. Oh,
Chat. What?
look what Doug and Arnie said.
Yes, there's National Corn Dog Day. Oh, that's awesome.
And we did last week's live stream was meatballs, and Sunday was National Meatball Day.
Which we didn't know. So it's funny. I don't not remember the last time I had a corn dog. I would have to say, long before those two were born. Probably when I was their ages. It's a long time ago. So what else can you fry? We've got some meat going. We've got chicken. We've got corn dogs. What else? Seafood. And who doesn't like fried shrimp? Oh, what is the best oil for deep frying? I use either vegetable oil. I really like corn oil. It has a stronger aroma, but I feel it gives a better flavor. There's a lot of... You did some research on this, dear.
Oh, that's right. Did I have my little graphic?
Well, that was for smoke points and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I wouldn't use... You can, but I wouldn't use olive oil or an extra virgin olive oil. Not just because of the smoke point is lower, but because it's so strong and really it could take over.
And it's so expensive when you're
It's
trying
very
to fill in the
expensive, yeah.
gallon. You know, you're buying a tin for $25, $30, and you need a gallon here.
Yep.
What about peanut oil?
Yeah, and so the issue there, let me get you on the right screens here. Some oils are good for temperature, but some oils are good for flavor. There are some neutral oils and oils that work well at high temperatures.
Right.
The problem is, as you do that, high temperature oils tend to only be good for 1 or 2 uses. Medium temperature oils, as long as you're not cooking fish, you could get a few more. But then there's other oils that you may not know about. If you're buying from a commercial place, they'll have what they call clear frying oil. And that's actually soybeans, which is actually great because it adds no flavor, and it can go all the way up to 500 degrees.
These dogs are not sizzling very much, so I'm just double checking. I have 2 thermometers here, and this is also something else you want to invest in, especially if you're going to deep fry
Can
like
you show
this.
off that thermometer?
I will do that. I'm getting there right now, dear. So I don't want to put it over the pot, please. This is a probe thermometer. This is the probe, and you use this in your oven, and it just sticks out the oven door. In this case, back to here, it has a clip for the probe to go down into the oil. And this is especially useful to keep watch of the temperature when you're frying this way. Or if you're doing sugars, like for caramels and things like that. Okay, these are looking pretty good. I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to put them in the oven.
See what the temp is. You may not even need to.
Yeah, well, I will. I'll check it, but just... Wow, do you want to drive, dear? Do you want to come up and drive? Because...
Here's the redundant question of the day.
Okay. Can fried food be healthy? Well, no, but it doesn't have to be unhealthy either. So here's the thing about fried food. Once in a while, it's fine, but most home cooks don't get their oil up to temperature, and they don't maintain the temperature. So, like, I've got this probe here. I can adjust the heat here so it stays even. A lot of people don't do that. When your oil isn't at the right temperature for what you're frying, it's just going to soak up the oil, and your food gets greasy. So you're really eating more grease than you should.
And
When it's at temperature, yeah, it gets in there, it fries it, but it drains out faster.
And this is sort of an advantage of the electric ones.
Right.
Because as soon as the temperature drops, it goes right up. This particular commercial one that we got over here on the left side, we didn't pay a lot of money for. It was $148.
Oh, yeah.
But it went from 0 to 375 degrees in 6 minutes.
Right. I'm getting like 170, 180. I
Ooh,
think
they're done. They look nice and craggy, so the,
Yeah. We'll
the
keep
flour
going
made
with
a
that.
big difference.
Yep. Let me just put them on a little draining rack here.
Hold on, I have an answer back here from Andrea.
Okay.
When I asked her, she says she's 2 different ones with a beer batter.
Okay.
And she also uses a knockoff KCF with panko,
Oh, that'd be good.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Do the panko crumbs burn easily? Oh, yeah, dear. This was not, the flour made this not stick at all.
Good.
And yeah, look how craggy they are.
Hold on. Go there.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks perfect.
that looks good. You guys are going to get these in just a couple minutes.
All right, Kevin's in. Fried food is healthy for the soul.
Well, that's true, Kevin. See, we raised our son right, and he's absolutely right about that. We'll do a few more chickies.
And let me get you on the right screens here.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while you're doing that,
That one broke apart.
someone says, do you remember the fried ice cream at Chi-Chi's?
Yes, I do, and it was revolting. Do you remember Chi-Chi's, Peggy?
No.
It was a quasi-Mexican restaurant, and, chain.
Yeah.
They were good, okay. I'd only been there a few times, but of course, the one time I went, I had to have the fried ice cream, and I was like 16, 17. All right, you think this has been 9 minutes? I forgot to set a timer.
I don't know. Give it a poke.
Well, I'm just going to pull them, because they look darker.
It's been 6 minutes.
6 minutes, you think? Okay. Then we'll go a couple more. 3:54. We'll pull them at 4 o'clock. Or 3:57.
All right, and Hank is giving a nice plug here. We got 23 people in chat.
Oh, great.
Don't forget
Yes,
to run
give a like,
down and give a like,
please.
because that really helps the channel.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right. I'm going to deliver these. Excuse me. My studio
And
audience.
Dre says she can't spell, but no, panko does burn.
Forks, plates. Let me get the tongs, because they're probably hot.
To be a teenager with a fried food who can eat whatever they want.
Those were the days.
Yeah, we eat it and just, keep smear it on our sides and save a step.
Yeah. I have issues. So, speaking of seafood, we are going to do some fried seafood. We have some shrimp to fry. And I'll probably use this oil. Because it's funny how with when you fry seafood, it kind of takes over. So this one, I'll be able to use this oil multiple times for some other stuff we're going to cook. We have a lot to cook today. And it's already 4 o'clock. So we'll get done as much as we can. But it seems like when you do fish, it takes over the oil.
All right, in my 70s, my mom made breaded fried pork chops and fried chicken every week. We didn't know it was bad for us to have it that much, but it sure was delicious.
Yeah.
Amen.
My mom was the same way. Yep, Thursday night was pork chop night. Not every Thursday, but it always seemed to fall that way.
We do a lot of pan-fried, deep-fried pork chops, but pan-frying them, not in
Not like this. We
Yeah,
do
not
really
dropping them
fry
in a
a pan.
commercial fryer. But I'm loving this fryer.
Yeah.
I better not let Joe Brennan see
out of the
this
way.
one. He might steal it.
And then his wife will be quite upset with you. All right.
Janet wants to know if we have a recipe for stuffed shrimp. We've talked about it, but we've never actually done one.
I have one. I have not made it in a while. I'm pulling these because they're looking awfully dark.
Yeah, a bit dark. That's okay.
And
It'll
I've
be
never
crunchy.
made them before, and they were a frozen product. And that's okay. You can buy frozen stuff.
Arnie says Doug makes excellent air-fried pork chops.
Well, we have this thing, which is kind of an air fryer. But we really haven't used it much that way. And I don't want to get just an air fryer that is just an air fryer.
We have not jumped on the air fryer bandwagon, and though we own it, we're also not on the hot pot, Instapot bandwagon either. We own them. We just haven't really done a whole lot with them.
True. I use them once in a while, the Instapot. All right.
My mom's as well, and a roast on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sunday was family dinner, and I continue that tradition, and it's usually a roast.
And yes, us being next to Philadelphia, it's Sunday gravy.
Yeah, I don't do Sunday gravy. But yeah, Andrea, I'm right there with you, and I do the Sunday roast or the Sunday meatloaf. All right, I'm going to put these in here to keep warm. Where do you guys want to try these two? All right, I'll just put them over there. They can continue to drain. They might be a little overdone. I don't know, but we'll find out.
It looks good. Chicken's very good.
All right, so we can do seafood. We can do shrimp, clams, oysters. My mother loved fried oysters. To me, I'd rather have, if I'm going to have oyster, I want it on the half shell. I don't want to sully it by batter dipping it and cooking it and frying it. I want it, fresh. Then there's like the mystery fish. Like from Arthur Treacher's and McDonald's, Long John Silver, the Mrs. Paul's you buy. Jerry, didn't you work for Arthur Treacher like 100 years ago?
I did. I was a store manager for Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips in Dumont, New Jersey.
What was their mystery fish?
Their fish was actually North Atlantic whitefish from England, and it was mixed with cod.
Okay.
So it was a blend. That way they could make consistent cakes. But it's close to the fish and chips in England that you could get in the U.S.
I don't know that I've ever had Arthur Treacher's. I know there are still a few open here and there. Haha, on the gravy, yeah. All right, those are going to be about 2 to 3 minutes, so it's 4 o'clock, so I will
Wrong one.
watch the clock.
We have dueling pots of oil here.
Yes, I know,
Right,
I know.
left. Kelly says we got a deep fryer, which does a great job with fries. However, the air fryer does nearly the same and is quite a bit easier on cleanup.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. That's true, but still, there's something about the oil and the greasy.
Actually, I haven't complained. Cleaning this commercial one up is actually pretty easy because
Yeah.
there's a drain spigot on it, and all I did was drain the oil, and it has a built-in strainer, and then I put hot water in it and just rinsed it out and drained it again, and it was done.
You bought this, you can do that. This is you can maintain it. I will just cook in it. We'll be using our Instant Pot today for corned beef and cabbage. Yeah, I use Instant Pot when I want to make stock, if I need to make it fast. Not so much for other things. I know Joe uses it a lot, but yeah.
Especially for like chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
Really good.
he's talked about that. Oh. Need to turn this down.
And while you're doing that, let me just remind everybody that PTV Live tomorrow is doing Happy St. Patrick's Day, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5
Awesome.
o'clock Pacific. We'll be there, and you should too.
Yes, we will.
Again, Joe Brennan and a few others, they do lots of reviews
Yeah.
of Hallmark movies, so hop on that.
Yeah, it's true, and they're very honest with their
Oh.
reviews.
They're grateful and honest when it's a good movie, but when it's a bad movie, oh, they're brutal.
How do these look here?
Hold on, let me get over there. Whoops, wrong screen.
Wrong screen.
Yeah, I can't get my left and rights right today.
I know. Like, what's going on?
Let's try that one. That view works a little better.
Yeah. Well, got a little.
Yeah, they're a little dark, those
Well,
shrimp.
went a little higher, but I think I shall add more than 6 this time. It's coming down on temp.
Okay, so it's a little warm. It's all right. Joe said he ordered a fried grouper sandwich, very popular in
Oh,
Florida.
yeah. Grouper's a big thing in Florida. I do like a nice fried seafood combination when I go to a restaurant, and I usually regret it because I think I should get the broiled. It's better for me. It's lower in fat. Blah 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 blah. And then I say, forget it.
Corn dogs are very good.
Are they really? They're never done? Okay. Are they cooked through?
Yep.
Okay. All right, now that's coming down, back down to where it should be.
Oops, forgot to get you back on the right screen.
Yes. So what else can we fry? I mean, we talked meat, we talked seafood. How about vegetables? Would you deep fry vegetables? Absolutely. Onion rings, right? French fries, of course. Or fried mushrooms. That's one of my favorite things that I will only order from like a pizzeria. But potatoes, chips, French fries.
And again, tell us in chat, what is your favorite fried food? And if you're a carnival goer, what was your favorite fried food at a carnival?
There are these looking.
Fried Oreos.
Oh, fried Oreos, yeah. I'm gonna get to that. I'm
Anna
not doing
says
them.
she
but-
likes her food cooked dark. As long as long as cooking dark doesn't mean well done, because then I'll lose respect.
These are done. These cook pretty quickly. It's my little chicky tray.
You didn't send me a piece over, just saying.
Well, I will, dear. Oh, it's right. It's over there. That's okay. I've got multiples here. Let it cool for a minute, and I will send it. Oh, now see, these stuck to this basket. Huh. I wonder why. That's annoying AF. Hold on. Live TV, everyone. See? Live TV.
I love going to the carnival and getting funnel cakes and fried Oreos.
There you go.
There you go.
And I wanted him to do funnel cakes, but we hadn't practiced it, so we won't do it. Anything we won't practice.
I really don't care for funnel cakes that much, dear. Yeah, you're gonna get all these imperfect ones that the coating's coming off and they're sticking. I don't know why
Whatever.
they're sticking, but
Still going to taste good.
yeah. That's annoying. Probably because I don't know. Okay. Here we go.
All right, here's one for you.
Deep frying versus pan frying, which is better? You know what? To me, it depends on what you want. Like deep frying is fast and easy, but sometimes pan frying Like, I prefer to pan fry chicken in my big cast iron. You just let it sit there, and then you get that little caramelization on the bottom, and almost looks burnt, but it gets super, super crispy. Pork chops, I prefer to pan fry. Nice breaded pork chops. Okay, I'm gonna pull
Yeah, they're
these.
just a little dark too.
Well,
Interesting.
dear, I'm working 2 fryers here, dear.
So you're the new short order cook for LG Manor and
Well, and it's been a while
LCTV
since I was,
Productions.
it might be a couple of decades since I was a short order cook.
Oh, I
there.
love this one. I'm holding on to the list of,
All right.
but Andrea just had something really good come up.
All right. Okay. All right. Is that everything? Yes.
Oh, we must be boring people. We're down to 12.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh no! The
What-
channel's going out of business. People hate us.
While you're doing that, we must do the next important thing.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll just do a jig
Go on.
if I'm allowed.
Do the Irish jig. 'cause
Right,
it's
I know.
interesting.
So we're talking about some vegetables, onion rings, blooming onions. But what about other stuff? How about we fry some cheese, kids? How about
Mozzarella stick.
we do some mozzarella sticks and some rice balls, some arancini. Now, here's the funny thing. When I was shopping today and buying all this stuff, a lot of these things said, do not deep fry. Or they took off the deep fry instructions and they all have air fry instructions. Well, what fun is that? So some of these things may not work. Some of them may. We'll find out. We'll start with the little arancini balls because if anything's going to explode, it'll be them. Let me give them a stir and a shake to make sure that they're not sticking to the bottom of my basket. Because that's annoying. These should only take just a few seconds, maybe a minute. While my husband is over there getting us some Guinness because tomorrow's St. Patty's Day. And, thank you, dear. I love my bear. See that?
Oh, thank you.
This is that one in the can that
It has
has
a little thingy in it.
that, yeah,
that-
that has the nitrogen capsule. So it's very smooth. And look at that color.
But isn't Guinness supposed to be, like, this is very cold in a frozen glass.
If you were drinking this England, they prefer their Guinness warm.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I may have been born in England, but they also drink warm Coca-Cola and warm soda. So
That's all right, dear. That's okay.
ooh,
So, oh, hi, Ben and Sherry.
no, they
Yay.
say hi. They're
I know.
out.
Well, I'm saying hi back. They're out at
Yep.
Michael's. Here's some shrimp. Dear, can you get your own chicken? They're still tender over here. There's a chicken tender over there.
Hold on. Those corn dogs look interesting.
Yeah. They said they're fine.
Joe says his parents' church festival sells fried potato cakes.
Oh.
They limit to 10 each and the lines are long.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have to limit it. Yeah.
All right, so I'll put that one in the list of favorite fried foods.
Okay.
What do we got
I'm gonna
today?
take this back.
Oh, our distribution of people. Oh, we have somebody from Canada, Edmonton.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Andrea's getting ready for. Thank
Oh,
you.
excellent. Yeah.
Thank you. See, someone loves me. They made me a plate.
Sorry, dear.
Wasn't my husband.
I'm a little. Wow. Wow. Thank you, dear. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'm trying the corn dog. It looks interesting. I don't think I've ever had a corn dog.
You should be on camera and show your face.
It's dark. It's crispy, but the darkness does not represent it. It's not.
Okay. I think these are done.
The hot dog in the center is good.
Is it? Okay. let's pull these out and let them drain for a minute. I hope that none of my doctors are watching this. Because I know they're going to be like, yeah, well, there's that 20 pounds you just lost.
And Andrea is adding to the map, so she's out in Nevada, so our map's getting bigger.
Yay, very good.
So we're going from Edmonton, Canada, all the way down to Florida today.
Awesome. Okay. Let's do the mozz. Give that a moment to come back.
Now,
up
what
to
are they
temperature.
again?
These are little rice balls, arancini.
Oh, arancini, okay.
Yeah. And. Hi, R.A. Yeah.
A little hot.
All right, so we have two from Canada today. We have Edmonton and Calgary.
Hot but delicious. I'm going to cancel that because you really don't need it. That's back up to temp already. Yes, would you deliver those, please?
Yeah, after I taste test.
They're very hot.
Oh, they are.
See, he just
He was
never
warned.
listens. He was warned. I have witnesses. He was warned. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I know you're being cursed now by all the Italian nonas from South Philly. That's not how you make them.
I think that chicken stuck because I didn't drop it in the oil. I put it in the basket and then put
Oh,
the
yeah.
basket down.
That's probably it.
Oopsie doopsie. You live, you learn. R.A., I agree.
We have to add Janet to our list in Rhode Island.
Yep.
We'll put the map up a little later as more people. All right, so let's go over the list of what people have said.
Yeah.
Janet says, oops, I didn't want to do that. I lost it. Hold on. Give me a second. That was my problem. Here we go. French fries, Carnival, Doughboy.
Huh. Okay. That sounds good.
Andrea says Monte Cristo
Oh, yeah.
and fried chicken.
I
okay.
thought about doing a Monte Cristo
This
as an
one
episode.
sounds interesting.
Deep fried cheesecake was great, but deep fried watermelon was wow.
I've never
Deep
heard
fried
of deep fried
watermelon.
watermelons.
That like
The chubby
wow
girl.
blows my mind.
Wait, the chubby girl just out.
We love you, Andrea.
Okay, and Joe down in Florida says the potato cakes. Doug and Arnie are Monte Cristos.
So, do you consider Monte Cristo deep fried? Because I don't do it deep fried. It's more like a French toast type of thing.
Hanks
Empanadas, yeah.
says empanadas. We haven't done them. Wait, I'm going to tell them why. We don't normally do empanadas. There's a lot of parties at our campground,
Yeah.
and a lot of them decide to take frozen empanadas and then just heat them up in their oven in their trailer and put them out in buffets, and they're usually
Well-
horrible. They probably could be good if they were fried.
When they do fry them, though, again, they don't get their oil up to temperature, so you get these tough, greasy empanadas instead of crispy and light.
I'm going to hold this question from Doug about oil for later.
It's not
I
much
have-
later, dear.
It's only 4:15. We're good.
Okay.
All right. So, question for you.
What is the most unusual fried food you ever had? Okay. A few weeks ago, we went to a new diner. Well, not new, but one we hadn't been to in many, many years. And it had something called the Jersey Devil Benedict. And it was English muffins, pork roll, not Taylor ham. No, I'll fight you. Not Taylor ham. Pork roll. I'm a South Jersey boy. Anyway, pork roll. Then it had deep fried poached eggs. And you're looking at me, Peggy's looking at me like what? Huh? It was just that. They poached eggs, perfectly poached, batter dipped them, breaded them a little bit, and deep fried them. Kind of like a Scotch egg, but it was crispy on the outside, and when I cut into it, the yolk oozed out like it should. It was perfectly done inside. And then there were fried onions and jalapenos, fire grilled jalapenos, and it was just wonderful. Ha! Good thing it's almost supper time. I'm hungry. So I think a deep fried. One of the sandwiches I had was at Disneyland at the Blue Bayou. They deep fry the sandwiches there. Oh, okay. I've always had them more like pan fried or on the griddle because it uses kind of a French toast. Deep fried samosas, which are similar to empanadas. Yep. Yeah, deep fried poached egg is, I think, the most unusual that I've ever had.
That sounds very unusual.
Hey, Wilma. You just
Hi,
joined us a
Wilma.
little late.
Hey, girl. Good to see you.
We were making a batter for deep fried chicken. And I was asking our southern cooks here who do a lot of fried chicken what their batter is for their deep fried chicken.
Put this up here. Here are some mozzarella
Ooh,
sticks.
this sounds
now.
interesting.
Fried bread tacos are great. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would love a good... If you have a
and
good fried bread recipe...
We never heard of this until we had it, and we were amazed. How did they do that?
Yeah.
Because it was a
Poached eggs can be
perfectly
a little-
round, and it...
But poached eggs can be a little delicate.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
All right, here we go.
Hold
Fried
on.
mozz. There we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Now, it doesn't get any better than that, right? Now, I will admit, I forgot to buy or make, because I never buy, make marinara sauce. So my poor guests here are going to have mozzarella sticks without marinara sauce.
have to
Dip them.
suffer.
I know, you know.
Suffer.
Yeah, this channel, it's amateurs. Here we go. Excuse me.
There's a plate for you.
Oh, thank you. Yay! Peg me a plate for me too, dear. Because I see you didn't make me one. So
Oh no, that was Valen. Valen made the plate.
Oh,
for
thank you, Valen.
And for your
awesome.
husband.
See, you raised your kids right.
I tried.
Do I see anything over on the other fry station? Or did we go through it all?
We have. I didn't think we were going to.
This one's for you.
Well, you kind of already answered that. Right. Let me chew my bite of corn dog. So, what is the advantage of this over this? You plug this in, you set this temperature, it will maintain its temperature. It turns on and off as needed. You have a nice basket. A lot of the home ones, I could do it with this one too, I didn't need to today, but a lot of the home ones, the way they want you to do it is put the basket in, put the cover on, helps with splatters because it's vented. And even those will maintain. This, you have to monitor the temperature, you have to adjust the heat. Use this to monitor the temperature. So this is a little easier, a little more consistent. Some like the unadulterated mozzarella sticks. There you go. Thank you for that.
And
Very good they are too.
I don't have a poster for Velveteen's Kitchen live stream, but check in with them at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Central on Wednesday for their live stream, because it's a stupid lot of fun.
Now there's one other thing, dear, you're going to be a little annoyed that we both forgot about. What else can we fry? Andrea mentioned fried bread, deep fried bread tacos. What about breads and things like, dumplings, raviolis, pierogies? Because I forgot about the pierogies upstairs. And we were going to deep fry some pierogies, but you could deep fry any of those things. You've seen, I'm sure, deep fried raviolis, right? And they're delicious when they're done right.
Wilma's asking, what's on the plate?
So
plate.
there's a corn dog. It's a little overdone. Some shrimp, some arancini, and a half of a mozzarella stick that I've been surreptitiously nibbling on.
And we've already had chicken tenders, deep fried, nice and craggy.
Yes.
With a
Yeah. Here's some chicken tender shrapnel, because I made a mistake and they stuck, but they're decent. So what else can we do? What else can we fry? What?
Hold on. She's got an answer for you.
You got it, Wilma. And,
We agree, Doug and Arnie. We laugh and laugh and laugh.
yes, we do.
And then here's the worst part. We try to keep up with their drinking.
Yeah, the last live stream, we were trying to keep up with them, and nope, that's okay.
We
That's
bow
not the
to
town.
them.
Well, we might have been already drinking ahead of them, so we might have had 2 cocktails before we tuned into them. So, what else can you do? Cheeses, mozzarella sticks, cheese curds. Have you ever had a fried cheese curd?
No.
Cheese curd is the
Tried for the first time at Freddy's a couple weeks ago.
very different texture than like these. It's cheese curds are the unaged cheese when they're making the cheese process. They're delicious, but when you chew on them, they squeak, and that's part of it. And they have a great flavor. And then when they're fried, you get that same it's wonderful.
But also almost closer to like the arancini.
Was it?
They look more like the arancini.
Right, because they're small. It's like curds and whey, cottage cheese, right? Except they're a little larger than cottage cheese. But let's talk sweet stuff. And I'm not doing sweet stuff because all this is not good for 2 diabetics to be eating. But oh well. And the whole craze with frying sweet stuff. Funnel cakes. Funnel cakes are good. But then I remember
Deep fried Oreos.
Thank you. Late 80s, early 90s, when the whole deep fried Oreos, candy bars, cheesecake, donuts. Now, who doesn't like a nice, properly fried donut? If you've had a head start in the cocktail department, we need to catch up to you.
Wait.
Guys, I think zap for zap, we are pretty evenly matched.
By which I get food out of my mouth, and I'll explain that.
Yeah. But deep fried donuts, because most of the time, most donut recipes are fried. I had a brother.
So are we.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes you just got to. I had a brother who was a baker. He ended up as a master baker and pastry chef, but he started his career at Dunkin' Donuts back in the early 70s. So they fried their donuts in those days. And he would just come home reeking of, and his room just reeked of this smell of the oil. And he would always bring home donuts that he had just made. Like every Sunday morning, we would have these freshly made donuts that were still warm, and they were delicious. And then we got really tired of them. So to this day, 50 years later, I cannot eat Dunkin' Donuts. I just...
All right, let me answer this one because I
Okay.
do know the answer.
Good. Because I'm hungry, I'm going to snack.
And the answer is, how do you dispose of frying oil when you're finished using it? I'm going to make a generalization here because every town is different. But in almost every town, oil is considered disposable in the garbage. So you literally can just cool it, pour it back into its plastic container with a sealed lid, and put it away. And put it right in the garbage, and it's perfectly acceptable. Some towns have optional oil recycling programs where you can bring them to it. Our particular town has both. We can put it in the garbage, or we can take it over to the recycling place right around the corner and just bring a gallon. A lot of our neighbors will do it, and they'll say, hey, I'm going to make a run, and they go around with a 5-pound bucket to all the other neighbors and take it over. But it is in almost every municipality all around the country. It's not considered toxic. It's not considered waste. You can throw it away. Now, that being said, reality is that you don't have to throw your oil away every time. As long as you haven't fried fish in it and you properly strain it, you could get a couple of uses out of oil. And if it's a neutral oil, like a canola or the clear frying oil, which is soybeans, you can get 8 or 10 of them as long as you properly strain the oil.
As you turn back to me, stuff in my face. So I wonder, dear, if one of our trolls is going to now write in about, don't use seed oil. Blah. We have a couple, I don't know if they're bots or just what, but we never use any. You can't use seed oil, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Go away.
Oh, I was about to say this one, but Joe's got it already.
Okay. We use a product from Japan. It causes a chemical reaction to cause the oil to congeal to a solid. Then you can throw it in the garbage. Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And in business environments, they have test strips that they can put in to check for the free radicals. So if they've used it 3 or 4 times, it can tell them if they can get another fry out of it.
Yep. Now, I'm not a beer drinker. Oh, A&W makes really good fried cheese curds, by the way. Paired with the fried shrimp, an oyster po' boy, you got a real meal. Do we have any A&Ws?
Yeah,
Brooklyn?
there's one, but it's not a drive-through. It's a combination of A&W and KFC.
Yeah, so like Brown ShopRite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, fried food, a beer. Life is good. I may not be saying that later when I'm chugging Maylocks, but, you know. In my Sam's Club, they sell boxes of clear frying oil for $25 for 4.5 gallons. What is that? So it's probably soybean
It's soybean oil. It is. It's actually really good. And $25 for 4.5 gallons, you can't go wrong.
You know, at Thanksgiving,
But
that's going to be
frankly,
like $70
for
because
$5 more, because we're also members of Sam's and BJ's, it's only $5 more to get canola oil. And the difference between the two is, though they both have a high smoke point, 450, you can get a lot more oiling, or you can use it and cool it and strain it more, canola oil, than you can with soybean oil. So even though it's cost more, it's actually less in the long run if you fry often.
Weren't you going to do a whole segment on oil temperatures?
Yeah,
Did you lose
but
your
I couldn't
graphic?
find the right graphic,
Oh.
so I let it go.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But what we were saying, I did shrimp in these. We're going to dispose of this oil. This oil, I'll probably strain out, maybe use again, though we really don't eat many fried foods anymore. So who knows?
That might change now that you have a
Well, yeah.
fryer.
Yes, I can hear my cardiologist now.
Oh,
What
wait.
the hell are you eating?
It's a fryer and shot party.
Oh,
Only if there's pickle shots.
Caught your
here.
attention there.
I'm in.
Only if there's pickle
Really
shots.
loud.
Right.
Hopefully Joe will be back by then.
Yeah, sorry, Joe.
If not, I'm
Oh.
all in without him.
Right.
Keith is in
Hi,
from
Keith.
Pottstown, so let's see
else
what
is
the
here?
final map ended up being. Pretty good. Got quite a few people in. It's a good day. All right, so what do we got coming up next?
We have what Phil showed you by mistake. What kitchen utensils do you really need? The kitchen essentials, because, you know, you may have a bunch of stuff that you don't really need.
Joe.
Yes, Joe. We're gonna have a couple cocktails coming.
No unitaskers.
Yes,
Only
except-
multitaskers.
Except this guy. This is the only really. We're gonna have a couple cocktails coming out as our next couple episodes, as we've been promising. There's a salted caramel martini, Peggy. Yeah.
Ah, sounds good. Right up my alley.
We'll make you one tonight.
And remember last week we made that Jello Cosmo? Well, we have had so many people who've said, I want to try that. It intrigues me. It terrifies me, but it intrigues me. So, yeah, the Jellopolitan or Emerald City Cosmo is going to be our coming out this week too. And we have a few other recipes in the works that we're
Oh,
working
Hank's
on.
got an opinion on that one right off the bat.
There's only 10 you need. Yeah. Yep. I agree, Hank. So we're going to talk about that. All right. It is just 4:29 and some seconds. Do we want to wrap this up and let Jellopolitan? Exactly, guys. Yeah. You saw it. It's terrifying, but it's delicious. So thank you for joining us. Dear, you usually have a spiel. You usually interrupt me. So thank you to everyone in the
Thanks,
listening
AJ,
credits.
Brad and Brian, Carol, Joe and Peggy, Robin, Megan, Gary, Kevin, Hal, Jean, Wilma, ARH, Roden, B&H Microphone as our equipment sponsor, and all these people today in chat, and we'll
Cheers.
see you later.
Thanks.
Come on, there you go.